What's up, y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? I'm the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Wardlow here.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Well, hola. The sound's kind of fucked up.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Are we good
well, no episode 2. Great. Okay, we're on brand. So hi, guys. Welcome to another episode 1 forever and ever of Wrestling on the Rocks. It's Wednesday. You know who I am. I'm Mrs. Amanda Jane, and look who's sitting with me this way, whatever way. I don't know. What's up, Bishop?
What's up, Amanda? Nice. Here we go. High five it. High five it. There we go.
Wait, hold on.
You did it again.
Wait, there you go. I'm not
What's
drinking.
up, Amanda? Good to be with you.
Yes, good to see you.
On an episode,
So,
episode 1.
Had a little panic yesterday.
I know. I was worried for you.
I was. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see why my sound is bad. Because harsh. Hello. Okay. Better. Don't know. Well,
It's only
anyways.
episode 1.
It's only episode 1.
Only episode 1.
Yeah. So before we go on, happy birthday, Marv. So that's my
birthday.
I'm under contract. So it happens. Yes, but we'll get into my stress of that a little bit. Let's see here. So, yeah. So let's do this. What's in your glass? What you got?
I have my final can of Broken Skull IPA, or actually American Lager. Broken Skull American Lager. So I'm going to crack that open. Oh, there we go. Wonderful.
And why is it the last one?
I just have to buy more. It's the last one I have.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I'm
going
like,
sober or anything. Are you kidding me?
Oh, jeez. Well, maybe, there could be a reason. Oh, my goodness.
No,
All right.
There's
Sorry.
still Broken Skull American Lager. How about you?
I'm doing my usual because I have to be up at, I think, maybe 3 my time. Flying to Orlando. So
Nice.
this is what it is. I'm afraid if I drink tonight, I'm not going to wake up. That would be bad.
Flying to Orlando.
Yeah, they have a show on Friday. And I figure if I'm spending the money,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's Florida's Indies. And I paid PWG price, so
Oh, you can't be mad at that.
yeah. I think I bought it on the black market. $92.
Nice.
The face says 25.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Well, shit. Like I went to Defy, and that was 120, I think. That was an anniversary, so. And freed Ricky Starks. So I said,
Yeah.
but it's not like No Mercy. Ugh. Yes, but
You excited for No Mercy?
I am now.
Now you are. Are there, before we get into all this stuff, let me produce the show. Are there any birthdays besides Marv's? Are you prepared for your birthdays this week?
There are. I'm always prepared. Always prepared.
Well, you were prepared to talk about it because you just want to jump right into the Rickiness.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Oh.
So, WWE ref Eddie Orengo. Happy birthday.
Nice.
No, that's a nice little pull there. Asuka celebrating her 10 years in WWE and her birthday.
10 years. Wow. Happy birthday, Asuka. Asuka's awesome.
Buddy Matthews, Mr. Ripley. Happy birthday. Damian Priest.
Wow.
All sorts of relation to birthday. Loving it. Marafuji.
You didn't call him Fat Roman Reigns. What do you call him?
Oh, RH is Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's what he went there.
You gave him his WWE name.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? That's what it was. You go back, you made the worst promos. Thank God you learned something. At NXT. Didn't help other people, but helped him. So, yay. Kathy Kelly, happy birthday. Leon Slater from TNA. I'm sure he was probably in that mess at the end of the show.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure everybody was there. Ortiz, happy birthday. Eric Rowan, Jason Jordan. Let's see here. Candice LeRae. Not shocked that she put what's her bucket over. I don't even know her name. I don't think she's good. But anyways, happy birthday. Roosh celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday. Togi Makabe from New Japan. Happy birthday. Another one who is celebrating a birthday, and it's very sad that we don't see him as often. Goddamn Trevor Lee. Cameron Grimes. To the moon. Or I think he was doing a jiu-jitsu match or tournament this weekend, something like that. Him in second. Congrats. And
I'll tell you what, and I know we kind of mention this every time his name comes up, but his NXT run was a lot of fun.
It was.
It was a lot of fun, and he never truly got that opportunity to show that on the main roster. And we've talked about this too. I don't know how many characters truly translate to the main roster. I'm not saying that he couldn't, but I don't think that character could. the to the moon guy. You know, he might have had to get it a different way on the main roster, but in NXT it was awesome. He was a lot of fun to watch. His LA Knight feud was. I mean, you can go back and watch it any time. Yeah, some of the best stuff they did.
Yeah, the one thing though, which was sad, is at least when LA Knight went on the roster, he had that stupid Emmett, that models thing, and that was, that's just hard.
Yeah.
Thumbs down with that one. Let's see here. Swerve is celebrating his birthday, and speaking of which, they were saying that this is the first AEW pay-per-view they did without Swerve, or I don't know why they put Will Ospreay in there in this conversation. Swerve's been there longer, since probably Swerve's started at AEW.
So this is the first pay-per-view he wasn't on since he was at AEW?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's very interesting. Apparently, Will Ospreay said he had good neck surgery. Whoop-de-doo. So just because your neck is fixed does not necessarily mean that your career has longevity. Hashtag facts. Just saying. Let's see here. Oh, not an NXT people. Freaking one of my least favorite people. Oh, Robert Stone. How does he still have a job?
I don't know.
Yeah, someone likes him somewhere. Oh, it was Lainey Reed. It's her birthday too. Happy birthday. And then Rikishi. Happy birthday to Rikishi.
Papa Uso.
Papa Uso. Yeah, got in trouble with that promotion and all that. That was bad. I hope that's soon forgotten. It was the one. What's his face? The son, Rampage Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did that. Yes.
Yeah, Marsh and I just talked about him on my show, the Tower Wrestling Takes podcast, found on all platforms. Episode dropped today.
There you go. That's my plain listening. Because that's what we do.
Yes, thank you.
I'll tell you, lots of interesting news.
Okay, lay it on me. What do we got?
All right. The first one, it's very random. So, did you see any of Wrestlepalooza?
I saw the whole thing.
Oh, you did?
That's what my last episode was on. Wrestlepalooza. I saw the whole thing.
So, what did you see the review that ESPN gave the pay-per-view?
Yep. ESPN writer or freelance writer for ESPN, Andres Hale, gave it a C. Yes.
Do you agree?
I do. I didn't read his article. I saw the grading. I saw how viral the grading went. And I agree it was a C-style pay-per-view. There was one match that was undeniable, and the rest was just either standard or below average. And that certainly deserves a C.
I really kind of thought it was a D.
Ooh.
Only because it was hyped up so much. You ruffled everybody's feathers about wanting to pay all this money, and it fell way flat.
No, that's fair. I think even based on the promo, if I didn't like enough of what I saw and I'm so used to the system, if I was out and then came back in, it would have been a D or an F for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very, very underwhelming. We kind of knew that Brock was going to do what he did. I wonder how many of those kids had seen his entrance. Was it all Make-A-Wish? Because that was a lot of wishes.
Yeah.
Right there. I thought that was cool.
That was my first thought too. I was like, damn, he just added 50 more wishes to his list.
Exactly. or more.
Yeah.
Because when they're really small and mixed in a cluster, it's got to be more. So I thought that was great. One of the ones I thought was absolutely horrible, and it basically happened the way I thought it was going to happen, was the couples match.
Yep.
That was bad.
It was the biggest disappointment, and honestly, you can't even blame Phil for being the shitty performer in that match.
No.
I thought him and Seth did like respectable work, right? It would none of what they did was amazing, but it didn't look like shit. Everything Becky did looked like shit. It was very, very frustrating to watch.
Yeah. And then AJ with her like Three Stooges looking curly. Yeah. That was, no. Like, guys, she's not as good as everyone thought she was. It was just she had very good character development. But who am I? I don't know. I mean, it would have been more exciting if the if they had put Larry in, and if Seth and Becky had a dog, that would have been better. Obviously, they don't. Punk and AJ don't have children,
Right.
so we can't have that. But dog on dog match would be great. A true caller match.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but we got what we got. So now it's like, what's next for AJ? I mean,
Yeah, because they didn't do anything on Raw to further it. So
No.
really, AJ and Punk do whatever now. I mean, Seth has a match, so that takes him away from Punk, and Becky didn't say anything, right? That I can remember on Raw. I don't think she was
No.
a part of it at all. Yeah, so yeah, I have no clue what's happening next. Really, really weird.
Yeah, because I don't want to see her and Nikki Bella, especially because after that match with Asuka that Nikki had,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're going to go backwards. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of dumb. The only other person I think would be Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne Perez is going to make her look like shit.
It's possible. It just depends. It depends on where they want to go. I mean, if AJ is truly signed for a multi-year deal, something has to come out of this. Something has to happen. And it was kind of the problem with Punk. I know, your problems stem a little bit more personal, and I can't blame you for that. But if he's going to be on TV, he needs to do something entertaining and worthwhile, right? We don't need what we just got, flash in the pan story that doesn't get us anything, right? So you look at the Drew versus Punk thing, and it was entertaining at least, right? And the blow off match was a good match. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Goodbye. See you to the next one. If AJ's not having those kind of things, and she's just going to build to this one-off thing, then what is she here for? And she doesn't have to win a title, but if it's multi-year, then it needs to be multi-purpose as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or we get Punk running around as his bitch, because obviously that's AJ's outfit.
You can't rule that out either.
Yeah. I mean, someone liked it. Bailey was wearing it.
Ding dong. Hello.
Yep. No. Yes.
Yeah,
What's
Bailey's doing the best stuff on TV right now.
Oh, right now? Absolutely.
That's why I decided to wear her shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that right now, that's the big boost that they need in the women's division, is they need something crazy like that. But yeah, this is a good one with it. The only match I think that I found was good was Io and Stephanie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That saved it from being an F.
Yep. No, I completely agree. I thought that match was such an A that it brought the whole card up to a C, because I mean, Cody versus McIntyre, it's copy and paste Cody matches, and then the Uso match was okay, and the Cena Brock match, like you said. To me, investment level, I felt so disappointed by it, but there was nothing wrong with the match. Just because I don't like the story doesn't mean that the match sucked.
Yeah.
The story did. I couldn't stand it, but the match was okay. So I thought those 3 matches were like fun. You know, Cena Brock, the tag match, and the main event, they're fine. But the mixed tag was so bad. But yeah, Stephanie and Io, it was so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
It took you on a ride.
yeah. It could have gone either way,
Mm-hmm.
and it really highlighted what the women can do, the majority of. So we'll just leave that stuff to like Becky and AJ, whomever, because it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Well, that's the thing. That's something that I spoke about with Marsh yesterday. Is that when we speak about who our favorites are and who's really good at this stuff, you know, we want to say Becky, and that would mean that anybody who hasn't watched before, they're going to go watch Becky. But we were wrong. Like, go watch Stephanie Io. If you want to see a match of what the women can do today, go watch Stephanie Io. And then they would watch the Becky match and go, well, why isn't she as good as them? She has a title. You know, like, it's really weird.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Yeah, Stephanie Io was so good.
Yeah. And I must give some kudos to Lyra Valkyria, because with the stuff she's doing with Becky, the two of them, great. And then with bringing, what's her face? God, I'm blanking on everybody's name. Tatum Paxton.
Oh, yes.
Into that. I thought that was great. So nice blending of crossing over that I'm glad kind of happened. Let's see. Hey, Hassan, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while.
Oh.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Yes. So, yeah, it was very, very annoying. If I were someone who spent all that money to get it, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But you get a free one this weekend.
Where's that?
That one happens to be in Fort Lauderdale. I think I know somebody who's going to that one.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Justin. Cheers, my friend. Yes. So.
Cheers. Salute, Hassan. Cheers, Justin.
Everybody. It's an NXT PLE. I think I know what everyone knows. Yes, it's No Mercy. And yes, I almost had a fucking heart attack. So I worked late because I'm going tomorrow to Florida. And I said, I'm not looking at Twitter. I'm not going to look at Instagram. I'm going to watch it live when it's here on the West Coast. I did. I was getting so pissed because the more and more TNA people I kept seeing, I'm like, oh no, don't let this be. My first was, God damn it, it's going to be a fucking fatal 4-way with Santana, Trick, and Oba, and Ian. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not accepting this. I almost wanted to say, can I get my money back, Triple H, Sean, please? Because no, this is not acceptable. And then as things went on, the promo gave me hope again. I thought it was probably, and not saying because it's Ricky, I think that's probably one of the best produced promos I've had in a while, those video vignettes. If someone wants to prove me wrong with the WWE one, please. Because I can't recall one.
No, it was really well done.
Yeah. And it was very funny that 2 of the bars that were in there, last time I went to New Orleans, one of them I got kicked out of, and I've never been kicked out of a bar in my life. This is a drinking thing, people. And then the other one, I discovered that you can't vape And I didn't really know that they're not 420 friendly. So I was doing that in the club. I was sitting, there was a window, the window was open, blowing the smoke out. Didn't know I couldn't do it. So I'm like, great. Thanks. Bringing back some memories.
So I tweeted you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous for Ricky, something like that. Like, it's not a good sign for Ricky, because if they're doing title versus title and you have a winner, there's no way Ricky's first win would be for 2 titles.
Exactly.
That just doesn't make sense. And of course, I'm pulling for you. I want you to be happy. But as you know, I only take what's on TV. I don't convince myself otherwise. If it's on TV, that's what I go for. Yeah. So as I saw the NXT, because I was in and out of NXT last night. I had I always have stuff going on Tuesday night, so I truly don't get a chance to watch. But I was trying to go along with what this is, what they're trying to tell. And as I saw the NXT people, I'm like, okay, good. Like, this may end into a place where we don't get a definitive winner, and there is an opportunity for Ricky to succeed. So that's how I felt in the beginning of the show. I don't want to spoil your ending as you're building here, but that's how I felt in the beginning. Like, as the TNA stuff started to trickle in, I'm like, wait a second, okay, we got some storytelling going on.
Yeah. Because as soon as I started hearing men's names, because at first it was the women you saw, I was like, oh, shit. They're going to fuck it up. And it's going to be a 4-way. That's the way my mind went to. Because, WWE loves them fatal 4-ways. But I'm like, I don't. I'm like, it's the time. It's time. TikTok. But as I went through that match, I'm sitting there thinking, this is not going to be good. This is just not going to be good. Because if either one of them win and face Ricky, they're going to interfere in that match. And I'm going to hop over the thing and go, what the fuck? I want my money back. I will riot. I will tear turnbuckles off with my bare hands. Yeah. Security will not be able to stop me. And Ricky be able, don't know her, but I know she's violent, so I'm just going to stay over here in my corner. But I was like, oh, God. And then when Santana came out, I'm like, oh, no, this is really going to happen. And I sat there, I'm like, this can't be happening. I'm like, who will buy this ticket off of me? Then when the whole melee hit, I'm like, maybe. And then you see somebody just kind of walking over. I'm like, this is happening. It's happening. No belts are moving. This is great. I don't have to try to get money to go to Boston for Bound for Glory. Or, well, I still might go to Halloween Havoc since it's quasi close. And I noticed that the prices have dipped down this week for No Mercy. So, because there still is a front row at Halloween Havoc, or 2 or 3 maybe. But I'm like, I need to go to this one. Kind of see with what's going to happen. And then when I saw your tweet, I was like, oh yeah. No. This is going to happen. It has to happen. There's like absolutely like no way. I mean, I have faith. I don't know anything, just so people know. But when Bishop says, this is really bad for Ricky at Ms. Manching. He's not winning that title for a while. Yeah, I know. I was like, Yeah, yeah. And then all of a sudden, next thing I saw, it was like, yep, he did. I'm not going to say I manifested it because I watched this way later. So I did not. But I think somebody probably in my own crazy mind told Sean, you better not do that because I think there might be a problem. Yeah. I'd probably become one of the most notorious hard cam people. Yeah. So like that girl went nuts. I'll never be allowed to go to another event again.
Well, then calm down.
Well, I'm emotionally invested. Okay?
Calm down.
I
Calm
know.
down.
Yeah.
Keep calm and Ricky on.
Yep, keep calling Ricky on. But I'm probably going to cry if he wins.
Hopefully you cry.
Of course, I always do. Emotional.
I'm hopeful that you cry.
I will. I will. I'm going to be a meme. That's my goal.
That's funny.
But for reference, everybody, if you were like, okay, she's hard cam, when the camera is facing the hard cam, if you're looking at, I'm on the right hand side, I'm like 3 seats in from the aisle, but you'll be able to see me. You'll definitely hear me. That you can. I've heard myself not in a front row at AEW. Yeah. So, but I will be there. So, will I roll my? I think for me, the match that I hope they open with it, or if not, there's only 6 matches on the card. I don't think I'm getting good dollar for match value.
Well, it is a pay-per-view, so or it is a PLE, so it's going to be premium for you.
Well, premium is the one match. I'm interested in the Tavion Heights and Ego match to see what happens. Honestly, I don't know. I think Javon, as much as I love watching Javon Evans wrestle, but Josh Briggs, I'm like, this Josh Briggs is going to look kind of stupid. So,
yeah, he's very hard to invest into.
Yeah,
it's not working.
It's a little difficult. Like I want to really kind of lean in and go, because there's a lot of potential. But at the end of the day, yeah, I can't. I wish we were getting Chelsea and the Secret Hervis, since this is a USA Canada thing, but that's not happening. So it'll be great. And I did get this just in time. Yes, thanks to y'all. I got one of those new Ricky shirts because obviously I got to cut it. I got it today. I'm like, what's it on? Because I'm like, it's either the yellow one, but if I'm hard cam, I'm not wearing some bright ass yellow shirt, looking like a Target over there. Like, I see Amanda. She's the Ricky Saints green shirt guy version. And then I was like, can't wear Ricky Stark stuff because people be all, But then I'm like, a lot of you don't even know who Ricky Starks is. That blows my mind. But I got one of these new ones, the one that's not black. And I must say, I'm very impressed on how soft these are. They're not crunchy. My yellow is crunchy. But I like the t-shirt that they put this on. So, yes. We're going to be cutting it. So, yay. That will be worn at No Mercy. The other, I'll wear the yellow on Friday. Yeah. Or I'll just be a snob and where Ricky Starks.
That might not be a bad way to go either.
No, because I know that house show will probably have those horrible people that go
Oh,
to
yeah.
NXT. It's going to be
Yeah.
that crowd. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, I can be snobby. It's like, yeah, you're blessed by Ricky, lady. Have you seen him on the Indies? The Spot? Woo, that's more of a blessing. And to see it in person, yeah, that I do miss. I'm not gonna lie. If it happens at the house show, I'll be very shocked. But I definitely, yeah. I still have to make sure I have ones. Throw ones out. They're like, oh my, like, didn't know what hit them. So that'd be fun. Might be having coffee with Marty tomorrow.
Nice.
We'll see. Might be him, me, and Aldous and Ricky. Well, that's an interesting crew. Yes, so we shall see. But yeah, so it's going to be a good little wrestling weekend. And at least I've escaped one hurdle. So it's going to be an actual one-on-one.
Yeah, I know. Again, I know you're very cautious here, very tentative here. But I'm curious too. I mean, I didn't see the full end. Did they like steal Trick Williams or something? Like, why doesn't he have some type of match on No Mercy as well? They just wanted to separate this and make this completely NXT.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that, well, I've heard two things. Obviously, Bound for Glory is in almost 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
So they'll just spin the story to go that way.
To go that way.
Yeah.
So it'll probably end up back at TNA, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I heard was that during Survivor Series weekend, they were going to do an NXT PLE, which I'm like, okay. But they were thinking of maybe a War Games type of match with NXT and TNA.
Right.
Or who knows, maybe they'll put that on Survivor Series. Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel that it's better if they do Worlds Collide in San Diego because of how close you are to Tijuana. And also because of all the shows that Conan was running in Tijuana for AAA. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
But nothing's announced yet. So we shall see. I just hate the fact that they keep saying there's only 4 more appearances for John Cena.
You know, that's kind of my issue. I mean, look, we're getting the John Cena versus AJ Styles a crown jewel match, so that's happening, right? Yeah. And I was thinking to myself before that match was announced, I think the real one that we're going to miss out on is KO versus Cena. That's a feather in the cap to us viewers who have been watching for at least the last 10 years to what Cena has meant to the business and what Kevin Owens does. But we wasted 3 appearances on the Brock Lesnar stuff, and it didn't give us, juice. It didn't give us excitement. It didn't give us, an appreciation for John Cena the way we should. Not that he should win every match, but when you look at the match he had with Sami Zayn on SmackDown, it gave us odes to, Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens in that match, and even the storytelling back to the first match he had with Sami Zayn, like we had all of that, and to have to build up Brock Lesnar because of this just doesn't sit right, doesn't make sense. And I'll truly say this: only from the standpoint, not even the part-time and all that and the allegations, all that shit, not even because of that. Just from an on-TV perspective, Brock is Brock Lesnar, and he's been that way for 15 fucking years because of what he did to Cena at Wrestlepalooza, the same thing years ago at SummerSlam. So why say if John Cena is a never seen 17 last real champion that he still gets watched by Brock Lesnar? And Brock Lesnar is pushing 50. So why does he need to look this way over John Cena? Brock Lesnar is going to have a retirement match at some point, unless this was Brock's last match, and then Brock gets that treatment. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel right. And to your point, to have 4 more appearances by Cena, I'm now selfishly going, I don't want to hear him talk anymore. I don't want any promos. I don't want him showing up just to show up. No, give me something special. Because
Wrestle.
Wrestle.
Yeah.
Wrestle these people. If you have 4 more appearances left, make it 4 more matches and make it fucking count. And the 1 versus AJ Styles should give us something special because they are really good wrestling together. Doesn't mean anything except for here you go, fans, thank you. And I think that's really fucking cool.
Yeah, I think so. I think what Marsh and I think we talked about this on episode 1 was that they weren't expecting his run to be that short of dates. So that there's actually 17 that got maxed, but they made the shirts for it. So Marsh was saying there's an archive probably, and he says maybe they'll release it. The never seen 17, because I'm like, mine must be in there. There's just like no way. Like one of Batista's, I think if it might have been one of his last matches in WWE, or at least appearances, was in San Jose at Raw. I was there. I was in the front row. Hard cam. Back when you can get it for like $80. That people were like, oh, that's expensive. But 10,000 or 15,000 expensive. Yeah. But I would love to see that. I'm sure there's probably some interesting cities that are on there. I'm sure maybe Seattle might be on there. Maybe, God, I was trying to think of some. Like New Orleans didn't get one.
Right.
That could be a kind of cool one. But we'll see. We'll see. Preparing to buy the Padres stuff because that'll be the last time I see Cena. From who knows right now, from the outside looking. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So
yeah, hopefully, I'm excited for you guys. I know both of you are going to be out there during that time. I know you're going to go to the show, right?
Hope so.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for either buying it day of to see what the prices are.
Yeah.
Or see if they're doing seat filler. Because I've got experience doing that.
And it's going to be at the Padres Stadium?
Yep. Petco.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be at least 40,000 people, 50,000 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, they're going to want that place packed. So,
yeah, I would assume because they were showing, what was it? I was looking at somebody's Instagram. I can't remember who it was. Oh, no. It was that little wrestling kid who goes and meets the wrestlers and whatnot. They live in Florida. His dad had posted for SmackDown in Orlando on Friday that the floor has so many tickets, but also I think it costs anywhere between, the least expensive was like maybe $800, and the majority of them were over 2,000, 3,000.
oh, wow.
I'm sorry, but if it's a PLE, I get it.
Right.
You know, because supposedly you would think the writing and the stories are going to be a little bit better because normally that's a payoff for some things. But SmackDown?
No.
No. Yeah. I did put my Raw ticket up for sale for San Jose, but if I don't sell it, I'll just go because I'm sure Bailey will be on that show and she'll have her own, like, she always has a shirt there. So I'll
Yeah.
grab it from Marsh. I'm assuming that we'll see Fatu and he'll have a shirt. So that's a big deal. So we shall see. And I guess you have Cody Rhodes.
There's some good prices left for Survivor Series.
Really?
As of now. Yeah. I mean,
It depends.
yeah, like lower on the field
Mhm.
where, you know, you can't see unless they put bleachers up.
Oh.
634.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad at
No.
all. I mean, they have some elevated seats that are way more. There's of course ones that are closer that are like $2,000.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can get in the building for $240
Oh yeah.
to
Well,
just get in the building. But
should
be interesting. And they're gonna put. It looks like they're putting the double-sided ring or whatever right above second base.
Yeah.
So like right in the short outfield above
Yep.
second base. So it's gonna be basically central to the stadium, and yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good. Now there's a couple that I was eyeballing that because of how they're positioned, they're actually good seats in that like 100 sections that are actually marked a little lower than some of the others, which is kind of weird. But hey, I mean, I don't have $3,500 to park my ass on the ramp, right? Or
Yeah.
$4,400 per ticket to spend and be 3 rows from the ring.
Right.
No. I mean, if I were to spend that, I'd probably do it at a Rumble. WrestleMania is obviously double the price, but a Rumble because you're getting people running by it.
Yeah, it's a lot of action for a
Yeah.
Rumble for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So I don't know. But I did pay, I think it was like $140 when I went to see Money in the Bank, and I was at the top. And I'll tell you, it was a pretty good seat because Tuitt Dome is nice. They have that big, like round circular Titantron kind of thing that anywhere is a good seat. And even the uppers weren't steep like at some arenas where you're like, oh my God, if I lean too far forward, I'm going to tumble. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was impressed with it, with that. But yeah, I mean, there's some good ones. Like even in the 400, for $470, you can get in the 100 sections. So that's not too bad.
Sure.
But yeah, I definitely will not do field. I probably can't even see any screen. So, and I'm not wearing heels to try to see for that. No. When I can.
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I could be in the boat watching from whatever, and yeah, that's fine for me. I don't need anything else. Too bad. I don't think the Omni Hotel is doing that little restaurant thing they have, because usually during Padre games they have usually it's like a buffet and they have seating along behind home plate.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that because I asked a friend of mine who works for Omni. I said, "Do you know if they're doing that for WWE?" They go, "What?" I go, "I know. I'm asking for me."
Oh, you're
Yeah.
hopeful. Yeah.
Yeah, I said no shame, but I know people who did that before for the Padres, and they said it was great. It was actually cheaper than getting seats and going to the game and buying
Right.
from the concession stand
Right.
when they got really good food. And I'm like, that's a win, I'd say. But yeah, so PLE upset about Cena. Speaking of Cena, there's rumors around with some of the other people who he'll probably face.
For his last match,
Yeah,
or at Survivor Series.
his last match, or actually
Okay.
one of his last 4 opponents.
Okay.
Obviously, AJ is 1, so that's 3. I'm assuming that I don't know. You're saying it's Dominic Mysterio?
Cena had mentioned Dominic himself.
Mhm.
That I forgot who he mentioned, but he mentioned someone as Logan Paul. He said to Logan Paul that you're taking an opportunity from these people seeing me versus Dominic or some shit like that.
Yeah. If they did do Dom, San Diego's appropriate.
Sure.
Yeah. Just to see how much heat there would be, or if there isn't Dominic heat, how much Cena he'll not heal, but how much he'll get the Cena sucks out of the whole thing. That would be interesting. But don't know. And then somebody out there who's stupid is trying to say that Edge was going to come back. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I tell you, I hear you, but I also think it would be the right thing to do. I think Cena career-wise, it's the right thing to do. Try to make that happen. But they should have made that happen back in June.
Yeah.
And done it in a way where Cena as the heel is, I'm the last real champion. I'm making all the rules. I'm even in control of everything. And then boom, he's the one edge in. And I'm sure WWE and Tony Khan could work it out to have just one match. But anyway, they did other things. It would be cool to see, but I hear you. It's not going to happen.
Like, another one I don't want to see, Jericho.
It fucking better not happen.
No. His fucking out of shape ass. No. I don't know what's worse. Jericho's dad bod or that little bald spot I feel bad for on John Cena's head. But his plugs are better than LeBron's. Just saying. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Just kind of, man, I didn't think that this time would come so quickly. Very Cena nostalgic lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, sadness. But moving on, things, more news. So it's very interesting how they wrote Jasmine Nix off of NXT, getting attacked by TNA people, and Fatal Influence is just like, you don't need her anyway. So, that was nice-ish, I guess. But hey, best of to her. It's just, I think, victim of she didn't have time. She could be someone like Steph DeLander, who, when she left and got released, totally turned everything around.
So you think this is Jasmine Nix gone?
Oh, she is gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she did a post on X today.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a video where she did that.
Okay.
So that's kind of I don't want to say it's a sad one, but I guess that's what's coming around. Speaking of Brock again, there's rumors that he's going to be at WrestleMania this year, and him wrestling Brock Breaker.
Hmm.
I can see that happening, but why is it not interesting?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd tell you the only Brock match that I want to see is him versus Gunther.
Yeah.
You know, I don't necessarily think I care for anything Brock nowadays. And again, it's not even have to do with allegations as much as it does just the quality of what we're watching on TV. I think we have such good talent now that you don't necessarily need a Brock Lesnar style feud or anything like that. It just doesn't. I don't know. Just doesn't feel needed.
You know, things with allegations always brings a. It brings. I just get frustrated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because with me it's only obvious. That's why. Not why I'm wearing my black craft villain tank top. It's also hotter than Hades. But that aside, it's more of when I see him, it's like that's Vince McMahon WWE right there right in your face. So if we're trying to get away from that, then why is he back?
No, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
It's definitely a fair point, and there's every chance that that's the case too, right? That this is more to do with, you know, you can say fucking Vince is getting in Hunter's ear, like, God damn it, you know, do this, do that.
Throw me a bone.
Because it's weird, you know, that it's weird because Triple H and NXT with his creative direction and things that were starting to happen from that SummerSlam on, right? And then even WrestleMania 40 where Stephanie comes out and saying that's the Triple H era. And, you know, we're a year and a half into that announcement, basically just over 2 years of Triple H taking over. And it hasn't gotten any better. It's actually gone down. And the commercialization of what they do with all these deals and the like we just talked about in the beginning of this, you know, they go on ESPN and they try to sell the shit out of Wrestlepalooza, and they do everything they can to get the bag, but they don't do enough to keep the fans, and it's really fucking odd, man. Really odd.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I think there's part of the culture that I think TKO automatically assumes that, you know, people are going to spend money. And unfortunately, there are some people who are very visible that spend the money, allegedly. And it really kind of points that case to them that, yeah, people will do it. But no, not all of us can do that. And
Right.
I'm glad I don't have kids because there's no way. I'd be out. You're going to sit by yourself in the nosebleeds, and mommy's going to sit in the front row.
Oh, just
big.
Just think about what you're spending to go to No Mercy, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was to do that, you now have to multiply everything you do by 3, including where you're staying, what you're eating, you know, except for like, okay, if you get a rental car, like, oh, I'm sure you're going to Uber or what have you. Maybe you do get rental cars. I don't know. But, you know, if you Uber, I have to take a rental car because it's easier for me to get to where, you know, so like these, it's not, it's me, the wife, and the kid. And we talked about it before, like we made a family trip out of SummerSlam, but the only reason why we went to WrestleMania, it's in Philadelphia. Like, we found 3 tickets of entry that we can get there, and we can drive to Philadelphia. And we're used to the economy here, so we know what to do. Like we can get there, you know, and it's tough, man. It's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Everything's priced out.
Yeah. I got lucky with this trip because, one, working in hotels is nice to have the discount when it's available. So I lucked out and I changed hotel purposely because I got a $50 night rate instead of paying like $100 and some odd. So that's good. Fort Lauderdale's expensive, is what it is. It's on a cruise departure day, so it's going to be high. But it did go down a little, and that one, because I'm taking a train from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale, the train station is like really close to the hotel. I'm not walking, but I'll Uber it because the venue is pretty much across the street. And depending upon how humid it is, they might
Probably really fucking humid.
Yeah, they're like, why is this bitch taking an Uber to go a block?
So you don't smell like everyone else that's going to be there.
Yeah. I bought this really cool personal fan after the last show I went to, West Coast Pro, because it was a sauna in there and a smelly sauna at that. So I'm looking at what you can and can't bring. And apparently I'm handicapped by only being allowed to take in a 4x6 wristlet.
At No Mercy?
Mm-hmm.
So no clear bag or anything like that. It's just a wristlet?
Just a wristlet.
4x6 is my phone.
Yeah. So my WrestleMania Los Angeles little wristlet thing barely fits my phone.
Wow.
Barely. And so this means I can't take a body spray to spray if there's smelly people. I am sorry. When you spend a lot of money, you would think people would wear deodorant, wash your shirts, all of that. But no, I can't even take in my little small whole body deodorant. Yeah, I will spray, and I have done it. I know that's very savage, but I don't care. I'm not spending a lot of money to have to sit at the show like this the whole time, and you have this look on my face the whole time. And if I'm hard cam, you'll see what the hell's wrong with Amanda? It's smelly. You would be like this too. And I don't think I can bring my small poster tube. The reason why I'm bringing it is because I didn't do this until I learned to scan and deliver, because that was my first official PLE from WWE and obviously NXT. But I didn't know that they sold the poster, the little 12 by whatever little poster thing. They sell one autograph, which actually is not that expensive. So I'm like, hell, I want to buy that, especially this one. And if they did, I'm assuming, because obviously Ricky and Oba are the main event, and they did a poster of the two of them and they signed it. Yeah, they don't give you bags half the time. So right. I'm like, I gotta bring the two. Maybe I'll make a sign so I can say, my sign is in here. I don't want it to get ruined.
Right.
I came from California. Even though I don't have time to make a good one. I don't, because the new logo, and it was hard for me to get the shirt when I went to WrestleMania. So in time. But I know third world problems over here.
Well,
So and the house shows like that too.
well, you're again, this is a conversation we've had on episode 1 or 2. You're trying to spend your money and you're trying to enjoy the product, and they're making it hard for you to do that.
Exactly. I'm like, is it that difficult to have a bag? Especially if you're buying a bunch of shit. Now, I know at the Superstore, the thing now is they have those reusable bags that they charge $10 for that's themed for the PLE. Okay, that's fine. I like a little collector's thing if I don't want the shirt. That's fair.
Right.
You know, but again, if I didn't buy that and I bought a bunch of stuff at Mania, how the hell am I going to carry? I'm going to walk around with an armful of like t-shirts and stuff?
Right.
No, it's hot in Vegas. I mean, it's going to have sweat all over it.
Right.
And some of these are not for me. You know, I'm like,
Right.
come on now. And just those kinds of things. And I'm trying to be good and do my thing. So now, if I can only take a wristlet in and they don't have bags, and say there's a new Ricky Saints shirt that they haven't released yet, because you know I have to have it. What am I going to do? Wear it around my neck like a nerd? No.
No, there's going to be one there. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. It has to be. Because
Yeah,
that's
it'll be-
where the yellow one debuted. Obviously, they sold it at NXT. And then I was, I think it was maybe the one before or two before. I think it was two before. And then they had it at Stand and Deliver. Because I made sure, I'm like, I'm getting in early. I'm getting in that line. And they only sold it at one booth. Because this lady was like, there's more booths over, this way. So she ushered me that way. And I was pissed. They didn't have the shirt. And the guy was like, yeah, it's only at that one in the front. So when I went back, the lady was there. I go, you know what? If they don't have an XL Ricky Saint shirt, I'm going to get you fired because you lied to me. And this guy was like, you're brutal. I go, she sent me to some other fucking booth and they don't have the shirt that I want. I'm like, come on. Because they didn't even put NXT shit at the Superstore. Like they did, I think they did it in LA, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But still, they did have shirts at the Superstore Money in the Bank.
Well, there's not going to be a Superstore at NXT, so
No.
are you going to be able to ask in advance to a buddy of yours if he's going to have a new shirt?
I put a bug in the ear,
Okay.
and all I was told was, I'm really glad you're coming.
That's
So
it?
I'm reading into the lines of that. He
I can
doesn't
see
like
that.
to tell me. Actually, it's him and Marty don't like to tell me. Cabana doesn't give a fuck, but I'm kind of over you, dude. You don't tell people where you are. No one wants to book you by me.
That's fine.
No. Yeah, you can't even come and say hello when when AEW is here. Asshole. Other people did. Anyways.
Is he still with them?
Yes. He's producing backstage. And I think some of the Young Bucks stuff he's doing with Christopher Daniels.
Oh, okay. So they're actually allowed to give the input now so it can, I guess, be more harnessed.
Well, I think a lot of it was there's so much criticism with the Bucks that I think this run that they have right now very nostalgic, and for someone who's watched the Bucks for a long time, this is almost the closest thing to the young Bucks that wanted to start this company. I think that's fair to say. And I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying that I can watch BT again, and they're having fun with it, and they're taking it back. I think that's great. Other people, the company should take themselves a little bit seriously. Don't need to name names. And she's not even that good of a wrestler. Yeah, that's something that I'm looking back and like the horsewomen. It's like 50-50. Split down the middle. 2 who were kind of good and 2 that are just shitty. Who would have thought? And I only think kind of great because I'm talking about Charlotte. I love Bailey. Bailey's in her own league. Charlotte's just trying to get out of her father's shadow, but she's bringing it upon herself.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. We'll be here for another 2 hours.
Oh, I know.
Charlotte.
We're like, that's another episode 1. Now, going back to assault and allegations of things and TNA. Did you hear the interesting news that kind of leaked out yesterday about Masha Slamovich?
No, but I saw people commenting that they hope it's not real. And because I blocked most dirt sheets or they blocked me, I haven't seen what the actual context is. But I saw people saying, I hope it's not real.
Unfortunately, it is. Obviously, I'm a person of there's 2 sides to every story, unless you're Joey Ryan, because that speaks for itself. But apparently, the word is on the street that she was dating Akira, and they had very
Akira Tozawa?
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Akira used to be with MLW. I think he does deathmatch, a lot of that. I think he was a CW guy. Let me see. Okay. I am obviously not the person. That's Marsha's job. Let's see here.
Okay, I found him. Yeah,
you found him?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So he's a deathmatch guy. Does GCW, used to do MLW. And I know he's doing Wrestling Revolver. And I wanted to say there was something else, deathmatching. They announced that today. But big thing was it started rolling down. West Coast Pro decided to take her off their card for the anniversary. They then had their buddies at Prestige Wrestling, who was closing down. They took her off their cards. I think she was on like 2 or 3 of them. TNA taking her off the TV and everything. So that's very interesting. She did today write a post because it was some people who And actually, I'll go there and say this. One of the people who was leaking some of these text messages and whatnot, some of you chicks need to not get involved with shit that has nothing to do with you. Take a lesson from me. Stay in your own lane, and you can get far with stuff. Okay? I'm just saying that, putting that out there. It's not me being jealous. It's me saying, if you're privy to very personal information or information at all, that is not for you to make it public. And that's all I'm going to say on the soapbox. So her statement said, up until the beginning of this year, I was in a toxic and mutually destructive relationship. We hurt each other deeply and in private moments failed to treat each other with the consideration and respect we both deserve. I take responsibility for my actions, and I am sorry, embarrassed, and ashamed of the role I played in our relationship and the way things turned out. In the time since, I've sought help to reflect on this time and deal with conflict in a more mature, healthier, and sustainable way. I apologize to those I let down, including my former partner. I hope he's able to heal. This will be my only statement on the matter. So we look at it. What does that mean with it? A lot of people are saying it's going to get swept under the rug because she's a woman. I don't buy that. But I'm also going to be very, very fair to say that most professional athletes have a problem with domestic violence.
Well, yeah, their adrenaline runs so high all the time that, and I mean, and people do too. So, and the day we live in today, where everything is so padded, domestic violence looks and feels so different than it did so long ago. And I'm not discrediting anyone's story or choices or accusations. And when you look at, spanking your children now is domestic violence. So like there's nuance, there's layers, and there's also like personal stories. So if Masha Slamovich is going to fully own up to her part of a toxic relationship, then I mean, by all means, you have to take people at their word until proven otherwise. Now, she could be saying this stuff because she did so much worse shit than is even being reported, so she doesn't want to be taken otherwise, or she does, or exactly what she's saying is true, that it was mutually destructive and she was as bad as reported, but it's not as bad as being reported because it no longer exists. And we talked about this before when it comes to other wrestlers who go away and come back. Like it's not up to us, it's up to the locker room. And even if, let's say, it was TNA that pulled her, but the locker room didn't even want her to go, then this is just allow it to go away the right way, right? Like she said the right thing. You can't be mad at what she said. She's not saying it was all his fault or anything like that. And so you got to respect it until it's not true, right? So if it turns out that it's not true, then it's a double fuck you to her because you did it and then you also lied to us about it, So I would definitely put it on the, you can only believe what you hear so far,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because she didn't throw him under the bus at all. Like,
No.
she just, it's like, yeah, we were in a fucked up relationship. To my part of it, and I hope he's doing okay. Like, that's what else do you want to hear?
Exactly.
Has
That's
he said anything?
No.
No, he hasn't said anything.
Mm-mm. People who know him are saying enough. That's kind of like, I'm like, it's not your place to say.
Right.
And people do that, and it just makes me angry.
You can support your friend without disparaging another person. Like, I just short story. My dad and first stepmom split up, and I ran into a mutual friend at the grocery store that I hadn't seen since they were together, and we talked, and she took the side of my stepmom, and I had said something. She's like, "Well, it's not like I'm going to disown her for your dad," and I'm like, "Well, that's not even what I said, But like, it wasn't my dad's fault that she had her issues that she went to do. Was all I said, and I didn't call her a bad lady. I mean, she wasn't that nice to me, but the long story short of it is like relationships are complicated and they're not for us to judge. If we know the person, we can support the person, but it doesn't mean you got to shit on the other one to get through it,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wish everyone in that little circle well. Hope there's some good healing happening. I know one of the stories that's coming out is when they were in Japan recently with GCW, that the people she was with, everyone got a Ribera jacket, but she got snubbed. I'm like, so it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ricky didn't get one when he wrestled with DDT. No. Does he care? No. What's he gonna do with it? He's probably gonna like take a picture in it once, do the pose. Well, he didn't really do the pose then, but and then throw it in a closet when he goes home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of dumb. But speaking of dumb things, did you see that the Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500 came out?
I saw some names, yes.
I don't know how I feel about the top 10.
All right, let me pull up the top 10.
Oh, I have it here.
And we'll get on the same page. Well, I want to look at it too.
Okay.
You're going to share your screen with me.
No, I don't know how to do that in the Soul setup. We're going to like crash it. And
yeah, right.
Morse is going to go, what the fuck?
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Actually, let's look at the top 15. Actually, no, hold on. Top 20.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Where is it? What do you have it on? What are you watching on?
I have it on
in the chat.
You link in the chat.
Okay.
Or actually, I'll send it in the main chat in the comics. So if you actually are watching, oh no, I have to connect to YouTube. Never mind. I'm not about that life right now. All right. This is the full list.
The full list in the private chat. Oh, there we go, girl. All right. Do. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to start at?
Should we go from top to bottom, or should we go from bottom to the top?
Well, let's do. It's a very interesting list.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's from August to August is when it is too. Okay.
Yes.
So something like this wouldn't benefit a John Cena because he only did 6 months last year and 6 months this year. So only his run from January to July 31st would have been a part of this. So
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go from 15 down. That's fine.
Yeah. So at number 15, we have CM Punk. 14 is Obafemi. 13 is Zack Sabre Jr. 12 is Joe Hendry. 11 is Okada. 10 is Ocean Spray. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Number 9 is Mystico. 8 is Seth Rollins. 7 is Swerve Strickland. 6 is Jey Uso. Yeet. Number 5, Hiroki Goto. Don't like that. NJPW. Number 4 is Hangman Adam Page. 3 is Gunther. 2 is John Moxley. And number 1 is Cody Rhodes.
So this is my first time seeing the full list. And I do have to say I'm not really surprised, but like if you scroll down a little bit and you see Dom at 48.
Yeah.
And that's below Effie, and that's below Ricochet, and that's below Kyle Fletcher, and that's even below Randy Orton, and that's below
Penta
and Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
You know, like Braun has been flashy and on the scene, but Dominic has been doing some real work.
Yeah.
So if we go back to the 15 part of it, I'm surprised CM Punk isn't higher. Not from my personal opinion, but just how this shit goes. Like,
Yeah.
he was on TV all the time, but his matches did suck. So,
Yeah.
you know, I could see that. Obafemi to be the
14.
champion for this long at 14, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. What about ZSJ? What has he been doing over the last? I know you love him, but what kept him out of the top 10, and why is he in, you know, that 13 spot?
Okay. What kept him out of the top 10 was there was a point in time when this, since it's August, that he was not wrestling because he was not under contract with New Japan. However, I do want to say that there was the G1. There was a lot of things that he had done. He, if I'm not mistaken, this last year, Wrestle Kingdom, he had won both nights of Wrestle Kingdom. The AEW shit show one and then Wrestle Kingdom. So, and that I think was the first Gaijin who ever did that. That's why I'm like Hiroki Goto being 5. No, he should be probably lower in the 15. He probably should be at like 13, and Zach probably up at like maybe 10 or 9. I think that's probably where I would see him. Yeah, because Goto's the one that I'm like, wow, him. And then honestly, I think with Mystico, I don't think he's a top 10. 15 in the 15s, yes, but not top 10. And
yeah, a little surprising that Swerve is 7 and not higher.
Yeah.
Just because he truly was the talk of AEW.
Yes.
I know quality doesn't quite mean as much.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I think CM Punk is at 15, and Obafemi as well. I mean, it's not like he's had the greatest matches, but his presence and holding the title, I know, means something. But yeah, I mean, Swerve for doing all that work. I mean, maybe it's just a testament to how over Jey Uso is that he got above him.
Yeah. Now, why Jey Uso is behind Hangman? I think with Hangman, if you were to take the last couple of months and roll it now, yes, I agree with that. But if you're taking from last August to this August, no.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't have much going on compared to like the year before
Mhm.
when him and Swerve were really doing their thing. Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I also feel that Seth Rollins should probably be a little higher.
a little higher. Yeah,
hmm
yeah.
In my opinion, with Osprey, he probably should be a little lower. Okada should not be in the top 15. Top 20, yes. He can, in my opinion, he should trade places with Takeshita, and Takeshita really be in the top 10. That's a big right there because he's done some great things. Bandito was injured part of this time and came back.
Real quick, I just want to jump back to the Hangman part of it because I looked up
Yeah.
his match card, and I think you're 1,000% right. He didn't win the title until July 12th of this year, which means he was only champion for 2 weeks out of the criteria from August to August.
Yeah.
And he had high profile matches, but that's because he's Adam Page. Like,
Yeah.
he wrestles Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay, and he's wrestling Moxley and Jay White. Like, I get it, right? Like he has these high profile matches, and
Jay White hasn't been around in over a year.
Well, that's the thing. So he wrestled Jay White in November.
Did he?
October and November of last year.
Like
but as far as like names go, so he wrestled Jeff Jarrett and Swerve Strickland and Jay Lethal and Jay White, and I get that, but he didn't hold any titles, and I know that's a big criteria for what they do, but he's only held the title for 2 weeks out of that criteria, and I just don't see him being up that high.
And Phil didn't have a title.
Yeah. Who was champion? Was it Moxley? Is that why he's that high on the list?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah. But that storyline was just squash matches. It wasn't anything of substance. Like Gunther really should be number 2.
Yeah.
If we want to go there with that. Joe Hendry, I think, is a little high. Top 20.
Well, again, that's their criteria, right?
Yeah.
Did you make noise? Did you hold the title for a long time? Were you, was your match quality good enough? And I think that's what Joe Hendry.
Hold on, give me a sec. Have to tend to mom.
You have to what?
Tend to my mom.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
But I can still chat a little bit. I think in the criteria of things, when you have, and look, it's subjective. It's a dirt sheet. It is what it is. Let's see. Even Moxley, he loses the title to Page. He won the title. Let's see. So April, March. As you guys know, I'm not an AEW guy. So let's go back to 24 in August. He wasn't even around. His first match in the criteria was September 25th against Darby Allin. He won the title from Danielson in the next match in October. And then he beats Orange Cassidy, and then he continues to hold the title and have matches, and he loses the title to Hangman. So he had it most of the year. So that's why you put Moxley up there. And I can see that. But yeah, I mean, as far as the full list goes, it's very, it's subjective. It's a group of writers who pay more attention to everything than I do, and that's more than fine. But in the grand scheme of things, Moxley being number 2 because he had the title for like 8 months of the year, that makes sense. And I do think that there's a bit of a, when Roman's holding the title, if MJF has it for the entire year in AEW too, then it's like, okay, they're going to be 1 and 2. Like I get that. But for me, I mean, the Cody part of it really, it's always going to rub me the wrong way for Cody to be this high on the list. Number one, because he's not good. Um, but number two, like his quantity isn't there either. So if you're not, like you said, Seth Rollins should be up higher because he was there.
Yeah.
Again, if we do the same criteria, if we go back to, he had a lot of fucking matches. You know, he's champion. These are all dark matches. Let's see, he wrestled. These dark matches too, like Austin Theory, AJ Styles. You know, at Bad Blood, he teamed with Roman Reigns against Fatu and Solo Sikoa. On SmackDown, he wrestled Dom. On the live tours, he wrestled Solo Sikoa. Monday Night Raw, he wrestled Jacob Fatu. Carmelo Hayes, he beat Gunther. Solo. He wrestled Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes. He had the Kevin Owens feud, which was good, but we all attribute a lot of that to Kevin Owens. You know, again, Solo Sikoa. He ends up losing to John Cena, and then after he loses to John Cena, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 more matches. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 more matches on TV before he faces John Cena again and wins the title. Where's the quantity? Where's the quantity? And he even beat John Cena for the title, excuse me, after the criteria. August 3rd is when he won. That's what SummerSlam was, August 3rd. So again, if he's doing live shows in 6-man tags, so he did Night of Champions, he beat Randy Orton to face John Cena, right? He beat Jey Uso in a tournament to face John Cena. And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. There was nothing else. So he loses to John Cena, right? Then at Money in the Bank, he tags with Jey Uso and beats John Cena and Logan Paul. Okay. Then, so he loses to John Cena, then he's in a tag match. Then he's in a qualifier to face John Cena, beats Jey Uso to face Randy Orton, to then face John Cena. What are we talking about? It's the quality and quantity just isn't there. Cody shouldn't be number one. He shouldn't.
Absolutely. You know, it's interesting because as I look at the list, there are people who I'm shocked that they're ranked as high as they are. One in particular is Naito. Pretty much after Wrestle Kingdom, he was gone. Bounced.
And that's over half the year for the criteria, yeah.
Yeah. You know, so it's just one of those things that it makes me laugh. Seeing, let's just say, Ricochet should be where he is. I don't know why, but I feel like Drew McIntyre should have been a little higher. He did some great work, I think.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
again, Dom is at 48, and he's below Javon Evans. You know, he's below Ethan Page. You know, I'm not understanding. Just not understanding. You know.
Yeah, I just don't get it. One that I think he's a little high on this list, probably should be lower, is Ricky. He's at 73. He didn't really start wrestling until maybe March. Maybe. Technically. I'm not
But
kidding.
he made more noise than Josh Alexander did.
True.
And Josh, you know, and Alexander is where's he at? He's at 67. And
Yeah.
to be honest, Speedball should be higher than Alexander as well.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's very interesting. Like
Yeah.
Nakamura being 63 doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What has he been doing?
Yeah. Other one that's weird is Jack Corey, because he's been injured almost the majority of the time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he just came back, and that was after the criteria too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That we were over Jurassic Express. I guess not. Guess not. There's a couple on here that I'm like, okay, I don't know why you're so high. And some of them are New Japan people. Like, no offense to Kojima. Who else is there? Shota, another one too, injured, just kind of came back. Bandito. I love Bandito. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. Nick Nemeth. I'm like, Ziggles, what have you really been doing? Not a whole hell of a lot last year. Definitely not more than like an LA night. Let's just say. Vikingo was ranked pretty low. One
Wasn't he in the top 10?
No, he was number 29.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
a
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a shock. One that I don't see, and I think she should be at least in the top 75 is Athena.
Well, this is just the men.
No, there's women in there because Masha Slamovich is 25.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Allie Patch, 96.
Allie Patch is there too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you go further down, there's a lot of women. Shout out to Joey Janela, rocket number 99. Good job, dude. Let's see here. Some of our favorites. I think this is the first year for Sam Stackhouse at 408. So congrats.
Oh yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
I have to watch the cage match, but apparently, from what I was told, they're like, man, Sam is something special.
Nice.
And like, he and KJ are good storytellers. And that's why I really kind of invested, because Brett Lauderdale, despite it being one of those outlaw mud show promotions, he actually does a really damn good job with letting people develop their storylines and things like that. Because I think a lot of it is just he lets the wrestlers do it, which I think is cool. Don't know why Brian Cage is as high as he is. Same with oh god, Wheeler Yuta. There's just some I'm just like, what the hell? Andrade shouldn't be as high as he is.
Yeah, that one didn't make sense either.
Yeah, that one doesn't make sense, especially right behind Brody King. Brody King's are higher. What's up with that? Murder Grandpa's still hanging in there. Congrats to you, sir. There's names that are kind of so far that I'm looking at that are missing. So that's where I'm a little confused. I'm also confused how Lexis King is above Hammerstone.
Yeah, he had what, one feud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm like, no.
And Hammerstone's wrestling like 4 times a week.
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
As a workhorse and a half. Who is another one here on here? One person who I really think is very, very, very underrated, and I think that he should be a little bit higher, is Kerry Morton. He's good. He's good. Yeah, Eric's son is pretty damn good. I don't know why. Well, I think Bronson Reed is okay because most of the time he was injured. Dijak, I haven't seen him in a hot minute, so I don't know why.
Well, he's tag team champion with fuck his name, Baron Corbin.
Okay.
Yeah, but Baron Corbin's not on here. I
Yeah.
didn't see Bishop
And-
Dyer.
Why is Jimmy Oso number 249? No love to Big Jim? That's a random one. It's just funny because I'm just like, I see things and my eyes just kind of pop to it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Congratulations to Carl Fredericks. Again, same thing. Really wasn't wrestling. God damn. Even fucking Paul London got into the top 300.
Like, no Tiffany Stratton though.
No,
You know,
no, not of the women. No. What women they do have are people like Max the Impaler. She's badass though. Who did I see? There's a couple of the Stardom ladies. Let me see here. Yeah,
like Rhea Ripley's not on here.
I'm sorry.
Rhea Ripley's not on here. You know,
No.
Liv Morgan.
Nope.
That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
Yeah,
very
I
odd.
don't
Is there? And there's no WWE female on here.
Yeah, there is.
Who?
Let me go back up. I just saw it. Let's see. Just so. Maybe you're right. I didn't see one. I thought I did. Max Pay. No. I think they. I know the women's one comes out in a couple months, but
like according to this list, then it's Masha Slamovich 1. You know what I mean? Like she would be number 1 because she's 25 on the list or whatever. Like,
yeah,
you know, like that's how that would make sense. But I find it really odd this way because, like, for instance, R-Truth is 198.
Yeah.
Is he anywhere near what Tiffany Stratton means to the business right now? Is he anywhere near what Roxanne Perez has been doing for the last year? I don't understand. You know, if you're gonna add women to this list, then add it the right way. Like,
yeah,
you know, Jay Lethal hasn't done anything that 10 women's wrestlers in WWE, you know, mean to the business above what he's doing today. Like, and that's no disrespect on Jay Lethal. It's just a more or less a flaw in their list.
Exactly.
If you're gonna add women. If you're not, you're not. You know.
Yeah, there are no WWE women that I see. There's a lot of AEW. Well, there's a lot of
Mika Ito.
And let's see. Yeah, there's a. Let me see who's this. There's not that many, but the ones that are there, are. I don't know if they should really be there, because if you're not going to include other people who've had a big impact, and if you're going to say, okay, it's about titles, where the fuck is Mercedes Moné? She's not on this list.
Yeah, why isn't she on there?
Yeah,
1000% she should be on there.
Yeah, if you're talking about titles and things.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
So that's where it's a little weird. But again, you know, this is someone else's opinion, you know, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah. And are they right? Whatever. But there are some people who I think should be a little bit higher. Some people that shouldn't even be on here at all. One of the things that stands out to me is Kylie Ray, who now is having a child. So congrats. I just think that she's got
Yeah.
that time.
Naomi should be on there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Joseph
Mm-mm.
Chirichella. Joseph Churchella is in the chat. LA
Yeah,
Knight lower than Nemeth and Trick is crazy. I agree. Matt Riddle at 49. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, you know,
Like if you're gonna put women on the list and not include
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, you're crazy.
yeah, that makes no sense. But also, I think with Mox, if you're looking at, okay, he had this belt for a while. Yeah. But that whole Death Rider thing was just bad. It just was bad. And then lower and Trick is crazy. Exactly. Why is Matt Riddle at 49? Very good question. Why is Matt Riddle allowed to wrestle and other people can't? I don't know. Someone must be like Matt Riddle.
I think they need to come out and talk. I think that's what it is because Matt Riddle doesn't shut the fuck up.
He's annoying as shit. I don't like fucking no shoes, the whole thing. I'm finally used to seeing Fatu with shoes. It took a bit, but I'm very shocked. Why? I'm looking at the bottom because I always like to look at the bottom to see who's on the bottom. Shout out to Serial Man from Hood Slam, number 500. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, there's some people on here. I'm like, you shouldn't be on here. And others who should be on. So, yeah. But I think that some of the ladies really shouldn't be on here unless you're going to have some of these other ones. Sorry, Magneto. I don't care if you're in you're 14. I don't care. You didn't have an impact like, let's say, hell, I think Raquel Rodriguez has had more of an impact than you. Yeah. And
no, I agree. I mean, look, I decided to look up JC Jane, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she beat Masha Slamovich, it was before the criteria ended, so she was a double women's champ. Now, I don't think she's doing that great personally, but when you look at all of these things that have happened,
yeah,
I mean, shit, she's basically the last person to beat Stephanie Bakir as well.
Yeah,
you know, so I don't know. It's very, very interesting. Very interesting. You know.
Yeah, because Wesley, I can't remember the last time he wrestled, except Wesley. He's 172. Last time I think he wrestled that I know of was with that 4-way with Eddie Thorpe, Ricky, him, and Ethan Page. Maybe. Yeah, it's the last time I remember him wrestling. Yeah, this is supposed to be fine. But congrats if you're on the list. If you're not, like Jay White's pretty much injured, you should be on there.
I miss Lyra Valkyria should be on there. I mean, she was.
Yeah.
It's yeah. I'm now bummed out. Once you reminded me that Masha Slamovich was there, it's like, you know what, you're fucking right. Like,
and Allie Patch has been injured most of this time.
Right.
She got injured in January.
You know, Roxanne Perez, like, it's just, I just don't get it.
Yeah. Why is Leo Rush so high?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know where Leo
I think,
Rush.
honestly, and maybe that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
Is in today's day and age, the way wrestling is, there's a chance that this list, if it's out of 500, at least 200 of them should be women. Maybe 100 of them should be women.
Yeah.
Not 12 and none of them from WWE. It's really
Makes
weird.
sense. Yeah. Doesn't
Oh,
make sense.
Kylie Ray is on there. Kylie Ray. So that's the only WWE woman that's there.
I don't
Wink,
even
wink,
count
nudge,
her.
nudge. Yeah, she's at 379.
Yeah.
You know, Billy Starks.
Not
Is
even
that
Athena.
is that
I can
Rhino on the
Yeah,
list?
that's Rhino.
What has he done better than Roxanne Perez?
I don't know.
Enzo's on here, real one at 396.
Yeah. I want to say it's sad that this is the second year in a row there's no Colt Cabana in the top 500.
He doesn't wrestle, Amanda.
I know.
So why would he be on the list? Roman Reigns isn't on the list. Okay.
What?
So he didn't. Yeah, he's not on the list.
Oh. Again. Ooh, wow.
There's a criteria of the amount that you have to wrestle, and he didn't.
What's
I
the
guess.
amount you have to wrestle?
I don't know. Yeah, if you
Because-
search Roman, it's Lawrence Roman. That's it.
Because
There's no
technically
Roman.
Ricky should not be up in there as high as he is then.
So here's the criteria: win-loss record, championships won, quality of competition, major feuds, prominence within wrestlers' promotion, overall wrestling ability. That's the criteria.
Well, some of these ones, when you look at prominence within a wrestler's promotion, there's a few of these AEW people that shouldn't be as high. And I'm going to pick on Wheeler Yuta. I'm going to pick on let's see here. Powerhouse Clubs. Brian Cage. And then the last one I'm going to pick on, because I really don't understand this one.
Mercedes is number one in win-loss record. She is number one in championships won. She is number one in prominence in
And
wrestling
she's not on
promotion.
here.
And she's not on there.
Right.
But Masha Slamovich is.
Yeah. Go figure. Okay, here's another one. It's closer to the top. I don't particularly get the FE one. I still don't understand that either, but that's just me. Where did it go? Ricochet is kind of high. But then again, that bald guy making it work. Can't even fucking believe that Alberto El Patron is that high. Yeah. Chris Jericho in the Learning Tree was horrible. I hate the fact that they drug Big Bill and Brian Keith into that. Thank God he's hitting the indies again, and he's the goddamn bounty hunter again. I could see him October 12th. I'm so excited. So excited. Yeah. Nick Wayne. No. I don't see him having prominence in a promotion. No. Shockley Moriarty is as high as he is because I feel like STP gets no love. Yeah. And Tony D'Angelo. Why are you so high? Why are you higher than Joey Janela? Or Carmelo, for that matter. Right. This gives me a headache. But that's your list. So
I think Jericho is the line of demarcation. Like maybe it's Riddle. I think everyone after that is like, because Adam Cole, Kenta, Nakamura, Jack Perry, Alberto El Patron, Josh Alexander, I think Ricky, you have real. If you're talking about prominence in the promotion, right? Since the second he showed up at NXT, he's been a featured player. So I just don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Technically, he did come into Defy, be Kenta, pin the champ, had to give it back.
Right.
So yeah. But again,
All right.
he only really wrestled last year. He didn't wrestle from August until end of November or first week of December. We all know that story.
Yeah.
Don't have to rush. But that's your top 500. Speaking of people who are probably in this, all over AEW is all over this. But apparently, word on the street is Jazz Bears is no longer a licensee for AEW figures.
Wow.
Don't think they're resigning, but apparently Matt Cardona had put a statement that seems like maybe Cardona is going to be doing the figures because he has a very successful figure business. And I think it makes sense because he can put them out in a timely manner versus some people, I think, in AEW are gone before their first figure drop. I think Mariah May was one of them. Ricky had his last one, which I need. I don't have it yet. And
Cody had one released when he came back to WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was in the gear that he wore at WWE.
Yeah. So interesting. But I will say that I'm excited for the Ricky Saints one. Unlike Jazzwares, who didn't like my idea, at least Ricky's like the little vest and stuff comes off. So we are getting somewhat fashion doll Ricky Stark Saints. They should, because isn't it Mattel who does it?
Yeah.
Fucking Barbie. Hello. I mean, you could have a Seth Rollins, all the outfits. I would buy those. Seriously. I would. Hell, if I knew how to sew, I'd make them outfits. We're losing money. Losing money. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Cody, you know how much people would pay like 30, 40 bucks to buy one coat to put on a fucking Barbie doll. You can't tell me that's not true. Or the Wyatt Six could be kind of cool.
Sure.
Yeah, Yeah. I'm just talking. I think people would spend more money on merch than a ticket.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've talked about that too. Like, there's so much, like, there's so many different ways to support wrestling and what you like and the people and what you like, but they keep moving the price up and bringing the quality down. Like Marsh mentions it about the 2K games. There used to be a collector's edition that would come with something for the fans, and now that everything's digital, it's the same price, if not more, and nothing comes for the fans. And it's it's going to be the same way with the toys too. They'll end up being $35 for the regular, and then $90 for the exclusive, and it's not going to have removable clothes, but you can change their hands and their face. It's just it's very tough. It's very tough.
Yeah, I think Ricky's first figure is going to be an expensive one, but then again, I think he's wearing his debut singles match gear, I think. I don't know. But yeah, so Jazzers, I guess, is out. So we'll see what happens with that one. I have a feeling, speaking of Jazzwares and their figures, I have to go back and look, but they have this limited edition Will Ospreay figure in a very hideous coat. And I think it was the coat that he was wearing when he assaulted me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So what do you want to buy it to light it on fire?
I would fucking buy a doll that looks like me and go take that. That's what happened when you assault people. Yeah, I have no life.
That's funny.
Well, now I had to watch. Willis watched it again because I was like, when he had that little paralyzed moment on his left side, I was like, "Ooh, karma." And then I'm like, "Did he? Was it the left side or was it the right side?" I was convinced it was the left side, and I'm like, "That's what you get." But no, it was the right side. But either way, yeah, that's what happens when you're a dumbass. Don't be a dumbass, people. Yeah.
Alrighty, we got any other news and notes and stuff?
Um,
I think we're nearing the end
I think
here.
we're
talking
yeah.
about action figures again.
Yeah, I think there's yeah, I think that there's not much really out there. I mean, the biggest thing really was the massive failure of WWE
Yeah.
on ESPN. That was hyped a little much. I think that here's a weird question. Speaking of
Okay.
TKO, does TKO own any part of Power Slap?
Yes, they own the whole thing.
Okay, that's something that they could really market the fuck out of because people love that. It creeps me out.
Yeah. So
But-
I've heard, so that's Dana White's
Yeah.
complete entity. He owns that, and under the UFC banner. So I've talked about this before, right? Like if
Mhm.
when the acquisition happened, it was $12 billion for UFC, $9 billion for WWE, and they put it together, and that adds to 21. But
Mhm.
the total valuation of the company, I think, was 24. So they had to find an extra $3 billion on the WWE side. So they did other TV deals. But my thought process was, if they acquire TNA, right, that goes under the WWE portion of that company, and it's now worth more money, right?
Mhm.
UFC portion of 12 billion also includes Power Slap. So it's a UFC product owned by TKO. So TKO owns UFC, UFC owns Power Slap. You know what I mean? So and the Canelo the Terrence Crawford fight was promoted by Zuffa Boxing. Zuffa Boxing is also Dana White's, which is covered under TKO. So it is this whole corporate structure thing. So yeah, Power Slap. But my point in saying all of that, Dana White had mentioned that it can only be aired at certain times because of how graphic it is, and it can only be promoted in certain entities because of how graphic it is. And it's not his choice because he's a very unfiltered person, but the ability to actually promote it is more or less about who is going to help him promote it. So like he'll go on Pat McAfee show and talk Power Slap all day, but he's not necessarily going to go on ESPN and talk about Power Slap because they just won't let him.
Yeah.
So, but I agree with you. People love that shit, and wrestlers should do it too.
Well, they are. Juicy Finale
Really
is one in the super heavyweights.
nice.
This last season, you can see some of them on YouTube and not YouTube, Instagram. But they were like, "This guy's gonna take names," and I'm like, "That's juicy, right there," But I think if I'm talking the live thing with tickets, because I'm sure there's some sick people that would probably pay like 5,000 to seat up in the front for that. Oh yeah, yeah. Those are the sickos that they look at WWE. Meanwhile, that's fake. I'll spend 10, grand to watch something real. Who gives a fuck about that fake shit? That's the problem. So,
Well, Dana White also said after the merger, and I don't know how true this is. I mean, he's a master promoter, just like Vince was.
yeah.
He said the plan would be for weekends that included Power Slap Friday, UFC Saturday, and WWE Sundays. So TKO taking that branding, it should happen.
Mm-hmm.
It should happen, and it would be cool to include that all in one weekend. But I think they've also learned that if you put UFC in Vegas on the same weekend that you put WWE in Boston, you can get a shit ton of money from both locations without diluting your fan base. So, I don't know if that'll ever happen. But yeah, Power Slap's crazy.
Yeah. I could see it on a Mania weekend,
Yeah,
like Vegas this year.
yeah, that would make sense.
That would make total sense. Saudi's going to be interesting. Will usual suspects be there? Who knows?
Well, that's one where they can deficit fund it, right? Like that paycheck, they'll spend so much money and not care how much comes back, and that's going to be crazy, though. Yeah, that's interesting that they decided to go that route, but money talks, I guess.
Yeah, that's the ultimate right there. So we shall see what happens. So, guys, thank you once again for joining us on another episode 1. And I think I know why my mic is funny, because apparently I'm in this room twice. I don't know how. That's not my department.
You're a mess. It's only episode 1.
It's only episode 1. And y'all know where to find Bishop besides Delaware.
Yes, at TW Takes Podcast on Twitter, TWTakesPodcast.com. At Ref Marsh, the missing entity of this operation tonight. Me and him just did the latest episode of the Trevor Wrestling Takes Podcast where we broke down Wrestlepalooza just a little bit further. It was a fantastic operation. Check out the podcast. I put details on where I streamed, because we streamed live a couple days ago on this new network called WotR. So just check it out. Follow me on social media, and if you're into it, you're into it. If not, you can always catch me here on an episode 1. I almost didn't make it tonight, but I'm glad I did. This way the show didn't get canceled. So
no, but people had to get excited for, I don't know. We'll see if I film some extra content. We'll see.
You need to. I'm excited for you. I truly hope that it goes the way that you're looking for. It would be really cool for all that to happen.
Yeah.
And when it does, then we need a Ricky drop saying, it'd be great to have a drink of Wrestling on the Rocks.
Oh yeah, no. But he also kind of proved to himself and the world on Cody's podcast likes to drink. So
there we go.
There you go. But yes, guys, you'll have to come into next week, episode 1. Either I'm gonna bitch about it, or either way, you're gonna get some kind of emotion about it. But if you happen to watch, it is free if you have Peacock. So why wouldn't you?
Hell yeah.
And not only that too, but if you've ever seen me hard cam-ish or whatever at a show when I'm in the front row, I don't do it to get myself over. That's how excited I
get. We know that.
Yes. So, guys, thank you once again. You know where to find us. We'll see you next Wednesday. Let's see what I'll be rocking. And, guys, that's last call.
Cheers.
So, how do we
hit the button?
What button?
The one that says goodbye and runs the outro.
I don't have a button. What? Hold on. It's episode 1. I don't know. Shit. Wait a minute. Hold on. All right. Oops.
Marsha's watching in the background going,
Oh,
these
no.
fucking idiots.
See? Bishop, that's why I have 2 of these, and I don't know where the other screen is.
You're a fucking mess.
Well, no, you know what happened was
It's still going.
still on.
Yes,
I don't have a button. Did he give me the power of Grayskull?
Yes.
Because apparently I don't have it.
There might be another window open. It says studio chat has 3 people. That's me, you, and someone else.
No, because the one thing disappeared.
Well, then try it again.
Let me see. It says leave studio. That's the only one I have. So hold on. This is why it's episode 1, people. Oh my God.
If you hit leave studio and you're gone, then
it should be over.
I'll leave studio and then we'll both be gone.
There we go. All right. But maybe you were not going to get the outro. So
No, go ahead. That's fine. Doesn't
I
matter.
guess. I don't know. We'll see. Hold on.
All right. Give it a shot.
All right. Or wait, what's this button? Hold on.
Aren't Asians good with tech?
That's math.
Oh, okay.
And I'm an exception to the rule. Technology is somebody else. That's another, I don't know who.
That's funny.
Certainly not me. Well, technically the Japanese. So yeah, it is Asian.
It is Asian. Yeah.
Go figure. My people just make barbecue and have gambling and alcohol problems.
Korean. I got
yes.
you. Yeah.
All right, let's see if this does it.
Oh, cheers.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers.